Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. They've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Mustangs will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense set on first down. The give to the single back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Gets it out quickly. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open up-tempo.
And they knocked him down almost immediately.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going for a big play downfield. And the ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. But they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Hey, knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
He wants to throw. Looking left. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Oh, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, SMU. Ready to try the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Wide out in motion. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, the tight end's a guy that's going to have to be able to make plays for this offense in the passing game. That time, QB looking for the big fella. He ran a good route, just couldn't reel it in.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Moving out of the pocket. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the return, it's Carroll. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. And it's lobbed into the air, and that one's going to be picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Alexander. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
We've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Got a man. It's Tuggle. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up his 1st period with a huge gain.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. SMU 7, Georgia 8.
1st down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
They go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. Running behind that left side. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He lets it fly. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Mustangs!
SMU, number 10, with the grab and the score.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to USC. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Trying to find his man on first down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Bulldogs are in the hurry-up.
Third down coming up.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. And the offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
It's caught downfield. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. On second and goal, he carries again. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's.
Throws toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. He's going for it all. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high complete.
Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Scanning the field, it's flag wave. They're bringing heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that pass is caught at the 25. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's looking to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, SMU!
Number 0.
The AT unit on the field.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And the returner will be knocked down. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
First and 10.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film.
Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He'll pull it down and run. At the 45 on his way. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first.
A shot toward the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
This time they'll go to the running game. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
The Mustangs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Touchdown, Mustangs! And the stomping has commenced. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, Big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. To the air. It's Lagway. He's got his man. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. It's complete to the right. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, SMU! And the pummeling has started.
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to USC. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what happens.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He wants to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. Hits him with a stiff arm. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
The offensive line and the quarterback has to do their job on screens. They got to sell. Pass down the field, pass down the field. Offensive line releases. Quarterback now snaps his eyes to the running back. The running back does the rest with the big boys out in front, creating a path.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its 1st touchdown. It's 1st and 10.
keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, he'll let it fly. Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they did tack on the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff team out there and ready to go. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything.
Lost one deep down the right side. Snags it inside the 20. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Using his feet to buy time. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the shotgun, the inside give. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, SMU 42, Georgia 7.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Now on the option. Now the toss. Touchdown Mustangs! And the beatdown has ensued.
SMU, number 0, with the carry.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They're lining up to boot it away.
Number 97, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Webb. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Takes the handoff and he's going right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Going for the big play. Reels it in down the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
They'll throw it on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Alexander.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, SMU. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he tacks on the extra point.
That makes the score SMU 56, Georgia.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Webb. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Can't get him to the ground. The Dogs have a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over. Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Second and very short here for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Oh, he dropped it! The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Oh, and it's a hit like that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
He's going up top here late in the game. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, they'll take to the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film are that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, it was not a good day.
Fires left. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over first and
10. Looking for a productive play on first down. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee.